Right, folks, news just reaching us about 2 managerial appointments today. I say 2 managerial appointments. One of them is an extension of an appointment, I would suggest. Roy Hodgson at Crystal Palace. I think he went in as a short-term manager at the end of last season to try and keep them up, which he duly did. He's been appointed for next year. And Steve Gerrard has gone over to, is it Qatar, Doha, Saudi, wherever it is. It doesn't really matter where it is because we'll have no interest in it whatsoever. I would suggest 2 appointments that show absolutely no ambition. What it tells me from the Palace side of things is they're happy to just try to stay up, try to become hopefully a mid-table team. They're probably looking at Roy as a safe pair of hands. I'm not so sure it will work. I see bumps in the road before we get to Christmas time there. He did well to keep them up, but he's getting forever older now, and I don't know. I don't think it shows a lot of ambition there on Palace's behalf. And as for Steven Gerrard, I think it shows no ambition whatsoever, other than an ambition to pocket a good few hackers in his satchel, I would suggest. The thing is, for me, whatever Gerrard does over there, even if he wins the leagues, even if he wins the leagues 2 and 3 years on the bounce, it'll count for nothing over here. I don't think it'll get him a job in the Premier League. I don't at all. I think his way forward would have been something in the Championship or even the First Division. Earn his stripes, show us what he could do, maybe with a team with no great budget, and show that he's won it because of his managerial prowess rather than a checkbook. And I think that might have been a way to get him to a job in the Premiership within sort of 2 or 3 years, in the Premier League, should I say, not Premiership, within the next 2 or 3 years, or 3 or 4 years. But going over there, I think regardless of what he does, doesn't look like he does for him over here in the big league. I really don't. So for me, it's just money and nothing but. I might be wrong. Let's see. As I said about, 4 weeks ago on here, when it was rumoured he might be going over there, I'm pretty sure that I've read that his wife and kids don't normally travel with him. They normally stay in the northwest. I think I read they even did that when he was in Scotland at Rangers, but I could be wrong about that. But are they going to travel with him is it the Far East? I think it's the Far East. My geography's poor, by the way, very poor. Because if they don't, it's going to be a lonely place, Stephen, for you. A lonely place. And a very, very warm place by all accounts. Again, as I said a few weeks ago, I think Ronaldo's complaining about the heat there. Well, if the fittest man that's played football for the last 20 or 30 years is complaining about the heat, I wouldn't want to be working there. I certainly wouldn't. And then you've got the language barrier as well. How are you going to manage through all interpreters? It's not ideal, Steve. I don't think you've thought this one through, Steve. I don't, honestly. I think you've just spoke to Coots. Is it Coots that you're back with? I would imagine it probably will be. And they've said, be a good move for you, that, Steve. He'll put a few noughts on your bank balance. But is that what it's all about, Steve? Noughts on a bank balance? I'm not so sure it is.